Okay, people, this is JD. Today, I am going to read from you some of the things that my previous DVD is about. About what would happen if I, JD Cravo, James Dennis Cravo, JD, or James D. Cravo, loses the 2016 presidential election. Oh yeah, there's the possibility of that, just as much as there's the possibility of me winning the 2016 presidential election. But here's the way I perceive this. Some of you think that I'm some kind of crazy fool and idealistic, overstating my, whatever you want to call it. There's several things people have called it. They think that I think I'm better than someone else. I'm not. Actually, that's why I'm here in my t-shirts, to show you that I'm not. I'm just like you. But here's what we have. Okay? Either way, I cannot lose the 2016 election. Whether I win and get elected president, or whether someone else gets elected president. Either way, I cannot lose. But you, on the other hand, there lies the real difference. And that word difference is very important, because that's what it's all about. It's not about me. This presidential campaign that I've been running has been completely about you, the individual, you, the people. So, I got something written down here, which is going to be in the write-up description of this video. And it says, no, I do not want change at all. For Obama is change, and you see what it got us. The political parties always talk of change, and all we ever get is change from one party to another, and nothing else. What is change? And now, change will not do. And really, what is change? And it's not going to do. I'm sorry. Change from the Democrat Party to the Republican Party, or the Republican Party to the Democrat Party. You still have the two parties fighting among each other, but there's very, very, very little difference. Let's use up-and-coming political figure, Rand Paul. Tea Party candidate. No, wait, no, not no more. He's a Republican. See, that's what change gets you. Gets you nothing different. Everything exactly the same. The continuation of this mess that we see in our nation that's been developing over the past 100 years. And that is change. And now, change, of course, will not do. Now here comes my word. I want a different path. Something different. A path that George Washington would use. The removal of political parties, all political parties, from our Congress. As well as the voice of the people running Congress. The lobbyists, the rich, political parties, and the mega corporations. Gone. So like I say, change is out of the question. Change has nothing to do with anything. What we need is a difference. That is very strongly needed. And that is our Constitution. And nothing else. No lawyers. The Constitution as it was written. No politicians. No rich people telling us what it says. Or corporations. To stop the institutionalizing of our country. To allow the people to be free. To let the Constitution and know what the people want within our Congress. And not to force us to serve the government. Yet we need to force the government to serve the people. A country that allows each state to be its state. And these states have those rights to be what they are. I do not expect the state of Virginia, for example, to be the same as the state of California, or the state of Montana to be the same as Florida. They are different in their own particular ways, and they need to be allowed, just like the people within each of these states need to be allowed to express themselves. And our Constitution is there to protect this difference. So now I feel that our government needs to learn to keep the promises our Constitution makes. The promise for justice, to ensure domestic tranquility, to promote the general welfare, and secure the blessings of liberties for ourselves and for our children. That's different. That's not the political party stance. That's something different. And for our government to completely defend the first 10 amendments without a shadow of a doubt. That is just starters of what JD is about. That is a starter of what you will lose. Because you see, it's within me. This is what I am. And whether or not I win or not the presidential election of 2016, I will not lose that. I will always have that inside me. I will enjoy the fruits of our Constitution that is taken away from many of you within me. Remember the Birdman of Alcatraz? They can encage his body but could not his mind. Our government can imprison you but will never imprison me. Our government can make you the slaves of the government and never be able to enslave me. That's something different. So, why am I making this video? To let you know this. To let you know that whether I win the election or whether I lose, it isn't going to change me. It isn't going to make a heck of a difference to me. But you, the people, you have your choice between, quote unquote, politicians' words change or a difference. Something that is not like what we've had for the past 100 years. A government that works for the people, of the people, by the people, instead of a government of politicians, rich corporations, lobbyists, who dictate to the people how we shall live. See, one is one direction, one is the other. Change, the government tells you what to do and how you shall live. Difference is you tell the government what you want done and how you wish to live. See? So, yeah, JD's a little different. He's not change. And he doesn't want change to be associated with him. And that's just for starters. If you agree that this difference, then you tell me you agree. That you don't want a government that dictates your life. You don't want a government that's strictly political party orientated. You don't want a government that feels you, the people, are there to serve the government. But instead, you want a government that is dictated to by the people, that listens to the people, and ensures the will of the people are met. and that a government that serves the people. That's the difference. That's what you have a chance of winning, or you have a chance of losing. Yes, I'm in a t-shirt, people, today. No jacket, no turtleneck, no fancy shirt. Just a t-shirt. Just talking to you. I don't have no delusions of grandeur. I don't expect any delusions of grandeur. I don't believe in delusions of grandeur. You want to see delusions of grandeur? I advise you to take a look at the White House. I believe there's a man inside there who has a very, very high degree of delusions of grandeur. Has no responsibility, but a lot of delusions of grandeur. This is my opinion. So, to end this up, okay, I have said this several times, and I've posted it maybe 1,000, maybe 10,000, who knows. My motto is, and shall always be, ask not what your country can do for you, but ask what you can do for your country. While the American people are not to serve the federal government, but the federal government is to serve the American people and no others. Also, not to serve any political parties or any such other entities like the UN, the New World Order, rich corporations, anything. Our government is to serve only the people, the citizens of the United States of America, as written by our Constitution. So people, am I going to lose anything if I don't win in 2060? No. Not a thing. But you, on the other hand, you better think about it, because you have a lot to lose. Do you want to continue on the present path? Or do you want to make a difference? Don't vote Republican. Don't vote Democrat. But above all else, do vote. No matter how insignificant you think your vote is, it is very important. Do vote. And when you do, truly try to vote American. That I ask of all of you. So those of you who say I have delusions of grandeur, I'm sorry, people. You're about as wrong as they come. Those of you who say I'm a jerk, I don't know what I'm talking about. Again, you are extremely misinformed. I don't care what you, or your friend, or your brain tells you. Those of you who think I'm an idiot, well, with an IQ of 177, I guess if that's an idiot, then I'm an idiot. And that's in accordance with the Navy, not me. It's in my naval records. So, people, you decide, do you want change, which is actually nothing more than what you've been getting for the past 100 years. Change from one body to the other body, change for this, from that. But in actuality, you got nothing. It's just a continuing down one set of tracks to the end, which will eventually end up with the institutionalizing of the United States of America, and the American people become total servants to the government. Or do you want something different? Something George Washington saw, something our founding fathers saw, something that is written inside the Constitution. You really have to not know it word for word, have to know the spirit of it, and you'll find it. It's different. If that's what you want, then you better look towards our Constitution, the Constitutionalist Party, and JD, because I'm about as different as they come. And you all have a nice day. Just remember, when you think about this, who's going to be the loser in 2016 if JD does not win? Is it going to be JD? No, because he's already there. So then, who is? Is it going to be you? Very strong possibility of it. I have nothing to lose. You have everything to lose. You all have a nice day. This is JD. And I'm not being egotistical. I'm not giving you delusions of grandeur. None of that stuff. I'm just talking some plain, simple truth. Just ask your question. Ask yourself that question. Who has everything to lose if JD does not win the presidential election in 2016? Political parties? Yeah, big time. Lobbyists? Yeah, they do too. Massive mega corporations? Oh, yeah, they look like they're going to be a loser too if JD wins. But if JD loses, who wins? Political parties? No, they win and keep their control. The rich? No, they win and keep their control. Lobbyists? They're still going to be there. Mega corporations? Yep. People? Oh my gosh, they're the ones who are going to lose. The average, everyday American person is the one that has a very strong possibility of losing if JD loses in 2016. Now, you don't have to believe me. You don't have to do anything. Because if you do just that, you will find out I'm speaking the truth. Thank you. This is JD.